Toys R Us kid. They got a million toys at Toys R Us that I can play with. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. They got the best for so much less. You really flip your lid.
From bikes to trains to video games, it's the biggest toy store there is.
Gee whiz!
I don't want to grow up, 'cause baby, if I did, I couldn't be a Toys R Us kid. More games, more toys. Oh boy, I want to be a Toys R Us kid.
Good evening, and welcome to another episode of Randall's Comics and You Know. Everyone's having a wonderful week so far. Wrapping up March and heading into April. Happy April Fool's Day. Anyway, usually on Randall's Comics and You Know, I go into my mostly 90s collection and I pick out a selection to bring y'all. But tonight's episode is not inspired by comics, but by a fond childhood memory of playing with my toys.
You brought in your doll collection.
These are not dolls, Jim. These are commodities, the same as gold or oil. Every year I do research to determine which toy will be the most popular of the Christmas season.
Okay. Not toys, but action figures. In particular, Star Wars action figures. Those bring back fond memories. My brother and I, we pretty much had every Star Wars action figure, land speeder, pillowcase, and my favorite, of course, was Luke Skywalker. Too bad I didn't keep him in the package. We played with those toys. That was the whole point of getting them. Not about 20, 30, 40 years down the line. Some of these toys would be worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. We were. We weren't speculating, so like I said, like most kids at that time, we pretty much dug into those toys and we played with them. And tonight, let's take a look at the a little bit of history of figures and how it morphed into action figures and into is it kids collecting now or adults? Stick around. Alrighty, and welcome back. And let's take a quick little history at action figures. So not action figures, but toys in general. Glasses off. Articulated dolls go back to at least 200 BCE, with articulated clay and wooden dolls of ancient Greece and Rome. Many types of articulated figures date to the early modern period, including the artist mannequin and the Japanese ikematsu doll. The modern ball-jointed doll was first created in Western Europe in the late 19th century. From the late 19th century through the early 20th century, French and German manufacturers made biscuit dolls with strung bodies articulated with ball joints made of composition, a mix of pulp, sawdust, glue, and similar materials. These dolls could measure between 15 and 100 centimeters, 6 and 39.5 inches high, and are now collectible antiques. Moving right on along here into the modern times, an action figure is a posable character model figure made most commonly of plastic and often based upon characters from a film, comic book, military, video game, television program, or sport, fictional or historical. These figures are usually marketed towards boys and adult collectors. The term was coined by Hasbro in 1964 to market G.I. Joe to boys, while competitors call similar offerings boy dolls. Now, let's look at some of the revenue that action figures or toys generate. In 2022, global revenue was approximately $8.27 billion. 2030 outlook, global revenue expected to reach $16.101 billion by 2030, growing at 8.6%. North America is the largest market, accounting for roughly 39 to 40% of global revenue. The U.S. action figures market was valued at $2.7 billion in 2022 and is projected to reach nearly $5 billion by 2030. Key drivers. Growth is heavily driven by adult collectors, often referred to as kidults, who drive over $1 billion in annual sales, as well as the popularity of superhero and anime characters. Alrighty. And I was kind of a kidult when I when I collected these ones I'm going to show you tonight. So let's take a quick look at some of the. They're not going to be the Star Wars. You know, those were open. Those out. Those are gone. Those are, you know. Anyway, I have a time machine. Well, if I had a time machine, I go back and get the lottery numbers. Anyway, let's stick around for my selection. Alrighty, welcome back. And my first selection of adult toys is, of course, comes from the Spawn collection. I don't know where I saw these, but like I said, this is the medieval Spawn. And this is from the McFarlane toy line. And this, like I said, is very detailed. You know, and that's the hallmark of these newer action figures. They're very detailed. And here's the clown. Send in the clown. I remember they were saying if you had this one packaged with the head, because his head flips back and forth. It has the little monster, then it has like the little regular clown. But if you had the one where the little clown face was out, it was worth more. You can probably never find that one. It's probably 1 in 2,000. That's the clown. Next we have, what's this thing? Oh, Trimmer. Trimmer, I would call him El Matador. Anyway. Here he is for your viewing pleasure. You got a little punch fist right there. Very articulated. And last but not least, we have Overt Kill. This is a big boy. This is like 2 Big Macs. This thing is heavy. It tips the scale. And that is Overt Kill. Alrighty. So what do you guys think about toys or action figures as they're called now? Love them, leave them. Anyway, let's discuss on tonight's episode of You Know. Thank you for joining me for tonight's episode of Randall's Comics. As you know, if you like what I brought you, please smash that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell. So what do you guys think about toy collecting? Hey, toys, kidulting, whatever. Like I do know that a lot of adults do buy a lot of these toys, especially these modern day toys, looking to get a return on their investment. But like I said, you know, whether you're collecting comic books, Hot Wheels, anime figures, Marvel figures, G.I. Joes, He-Man, like I said, it's a hobby. You know, if that's your passion, if that's what you choose to do, and like I said, more power to you. So anyway, thank you for joining me for tonight's episode of Randall's Comics. And you know, you guys take care, and we'll see you next time.